Hi, my name is Moyser Mulla, and I'm just an ordinary girl from Saudi Arabia. I got my American accent from living in the States, but I don't live there, and I don't live in Saudi either. And I'm going to tell you why. Well, I'm going to draw it, really. This is like one of those draw my life stories that some vloggers kind of do, but only I'm going to draw a specific part of my life, the part that started my journey to achieving my dreams. This is part 1, how I moved from one kingdom, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to another kingdom, Kingdom of Kerry in Ireland. So our story starts in 2008. At that time, I was living in Riyadh, the capital of Saudi. It was my final year in high school. I called it that year of crazy, insane pressure, where anything you did affected and determined your future career. My English was good, but ironically, I studied everything, all my science subjects in Arabic, even math was in Arabic. There were a lot of things I thought of doing when I graduated, like teaching, research, and science, but above all, and my real dream, was to do medicine. I remember an incident once that happened in class, where one of our teachers came to explain the application process and what we had to do to apply for colleges online. This was in Saudi. So I put my hand up asking what our options were for studying abroad. She gave me a blank look. She, along with many of her friends and teachers, discouraged me from doing it. They said I was better off studying in Saudi. But I was still determined, and I knew that the world had a lot more to offer. So I graduated at the top of my class and was still determined to go international. I went on the Ministry of Higher Education's website and found that there was the King Abdullah Scholarship Program for undergraduates. I was so excited. I filled out all the endless pages that they needed for the application to go in. Finally, I was asked to choose a specialty and what country I was interested in studying in. I looked at the list confused at which of countries that they had spoken English. Ireland sounded familiar, but I didn't remember from where, so I called my mom downstairs and asked her what she thought of Ireland. She asked me, "You mean Britannia?" I looked it up and I found out that Ireland was an island next to the UK, and they spoke English as well. So we both agreed, and I hit submit, and now we have to wait. It turned out to be a couple of depressing months of waiting. A lot of my friends told me that I'd made a mistake. Anyways, fast forward to 2009, I finally got a response. The Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland said that they had a spot for me on an MCP program, and it was for a group of Saudi students. We were instructed to get our paperwork in order and attend an orientation program in a hotel in Riyadh. There, they told us that we'd been accepted onto a medical commencement program in Tralee, Kerry, Ireland. This program would be for 6 months, and if we passed that, we'd be accepted into RCSI. They gave us details on how to get there, to this Tralee. It was a really long, tiring journey, and when we arrived in Dublin, we had to take a train from Houston train station to this region called Kerry to arrive at this little tiny town called Tralee. I was with my uncle at the time, and he was getting tired and cranky. Throughout the train ride, he kept telling me that I was crazy, that my parents were crazy, and that I should have saved everyone a headache and stayed back in Saudi and studied there. But I wasn't listening to him. I was staring at the window, embracing whatever I could see of this beautiful country as night quickly fell. I was so happy and grateful that I got this chance. When everyone kept telling me that I wouldn't, couldn't, or shouldn't, here I was getting this opportunity. Later that night, we arrived in Tralee. It was very dark, and we took a cab to the Meadowlands Hotel. And there I couldn't sleep. I was so excited and still nervous. In the morning, I went outside and I was astonished. I hadn't seen snow in nearly 10 years, and this was the year that Ireland first saw snow in nearly decades, and I hadn't seen the same kind of snow ever since. A nice gentleman called Patrick, who worked in association with the program, came to greet us. He was going to help us find an apartment and settle in. He even took us to a department store called Dunn's to buy pillows and a blanket. And it was one of the first things that I learned about the Irish hospitality and how they treated their guests just like family. Tralee was beautiful, and everyone outside there would say hello to you. The medical commencement program was being taught in the Institute of Technology in Tralee for the first time to a group of 50 Saudi students. We took some courses in communication and business, but we had to concentrate on 2 main things, English and science. And I still struggled with the English aspect of the science bit, because I confused between things like perpendicular and proportional. And I took the English part just as seriously. We had to get a minimum of a 6.5 on the IELTS exam, which was equivalent to the TOEFL. I have to admit, being away from home was difficult, but there was always someone to talk to and always somebody to help. The college took us on many different tours, like the Ring of Kerry, the Cliffs of Moher, and Dingle, which is a place rumored to have a dolphin that lived there for 25 years. 30 actually at this point. I saw the most beautiful scenery on God's green earth. Near the end of the 6 months, we had to take the IELTS exam in University College Cork, which was also a beautiful place, but going there to take an exam makes it hard to appreciate that beauty. Then finally in June, we got the results, and I passed with flying colors, and was finally accepted into the 6-year medical program at RCSI. The afternoon that I got the news, I sat against a tree, happily thinking of everything that had happened to me in Tralee, and how different my journey would be when I got to Dublin. And I got so used to the Tralee's warmth and all the people and how nice and close they were, and I knew that I was going to miss this place. So I've reached the end of part 1 of the start of my Irish journey. Part 2 is going to be about the ups and downs of med school. Stay tuned. Bye!